Restringing and maintaining any guitar is something that takes a lot of time and practice to master. It has to be done properly in order for the guitar to play well and look new again. In this video, these instructions will help those who need step-by-step instructions to perfectly change the old used strings on any acoustic guitar, as well as it will provide additional information on how to keep the guitar clean. In order to complete the restringing and cleaning process of an acoustic guitar, one will need the following items from their music store of choice: the acoustic guitar with the old strings attached, bronze wound strings, a string winder which is optional, a wire cutter, pliers, a chromatic tuner, fretboard oil, body polish spray, and 2 lint-free cloths, and a stable table. To begin the process of restringing and maintaining, the first step will be to carefully take the guitar of choice and lay it down softly. It should be placed on a stable table where you will have enough room for the entirety of the guitar and the rest of the items that are needed. The next step is to unwind the strings. This can be done from moving to the headstock of the guitar and start to untwist the tuning keys very carefully. To avoid tightening the tension of the strings, make sure to twist the keys in a counterclockwise motion to allow the loosening of the strings on the neck of the guitar. This can be done with one's hands or the optional use of a string winder. To continue, once the strings have loosened off of the neck of the guitar, you can proceed by cutting the first string in the middle. Once the first string has been cut, you have to remove the hanging piece at the bottom of the guitar. To do this, you will have to pull out the peg on the bridge to the corresponding string that has been cut. To remove the peg, simply take your pliers and pull out the peg. Make sure to keep the peg on the table as you will need it again. Once the bottom of the string is removed, you will have to remove the top part of the cut string. To remove this, you will simply have to unwind the string from the corresponding machine head. Repeat this process for the next 5 strings. When all the strings have been cut and removed, you will be left with a bare neck. Now that the neck of your guitar is left bare, this is where you'll begin to start cleaning your guitar. You will start with taking the fretboard oil and dabbing small amounts between each fret, coating the wood. Once the wood has oil on it, you can proceed to take your lint-free cloth and carefully rub the oil in an upwards and downwards-like motion to cover the entirety of the wood in between each fret. Using the fretboard oil will simply remove dust, residue, dirt, and other obscurities that cannot be cleaned while strings are attached. Once the fretboard is clean, you may proceed to cleaning the body of the guitar. Doing so, take the second unused lint cloth and spray it on lightly. Once the cloth has been sprayed, begin to wipe the entirety of the body until it is polished to your liking. Doing so again removes residue and fingerprints off the top of the guitar. Now that the guitar is polished and clean, you can begin to apply the strings. To start, you will open the new package of bronze wound strings. While you open the package, you will see a color-coded chart that will tell you which string goes from top to bottom. Once you organize the colors, take the thickest gauge string and feed it through the bottom of the bridge all the way to the corresponding tuning key. Remember to take the corresponding peg and put it back in place to secure the new string. This can be done with your hands. Once you reach the machine head, continue to feed the string through the hole of the machine head. Once the string has been pulled through the machine head, take the string from the top of the neck and pull it back 2.5 frets. This creates slack, which means you will now have enough string to wrap around the machine head. Once there is excess string hanging from the machine head, you may begin to twist the turning key clockwise to tighten the string. Keep turning the peg until you start to feel some tension in the string on the neck. Repeat this process for the next 5 strings. Now that the restringing and cleaning process is completed, the final steps before having completed the job is to take the chromatic tuner and tune each string into key. The string order from the thickest gauge string to the thinnest gauge string are titled E, A, D, G, B, and E. By turning the tuning pegs either clockwise, sharpening the key, or counterclockwise, flattening the key, you will be in the process of tuning. When each string is in tune, the light on the tuner will turn green, or the digital needle will hit the center of the scale in which you will stop. Once you have tuned all strings, you will have successfully completed restringing and cleaning an acoustic guitar.